Hello, and how you doing? This is going to be, and on a Mother Whitney, this is going to be my episode recap of Love and Marriage DC Season 2, episode, I'm confused. Okay, it's Season 3, I think. Here I go again with this foolishness. It's Season 3, and I think it's episode 6. Okay. Oh, this 2A, 2 stuff, B2B stuff is driving me Cocoa Puffs. Hey, I see it's driving Richard Guy Cocoa Puffs too, so I ain't by myself. Stop on. I don't even think that's Carlos. I think that's on some own stuff. But here we go. So, let me just say this before I get started. They getting on my nerves. I know I said it in the last recap, but it has not ended. They are still getting on my nerves. So what we have is the dinner has wrapped. It's the next day. The couples are in their respective rooms, and the new bosses of the show, Clifton and his little doppelganger, are over there at the Red End Lodge, away from the rest of the couples, with bullshit, basically. So, oh, this is so weird to watch. And we just have to remember that Clifton did extend the olive branch. I admire Quick for being a fence all around his wife every day. But baby, it's got to be hard for men like you and Dr. Damon to build a fence around women like Ashley and Dr. Heaven, because these women can't, and for as a loudmouth myself, I understand that you were going to run into these types of situations. But honey, your wife is wrong, in my opinion. I'm trying to watch. I'm trying to get what she's giving to us on Twitter, and I'm still not there yet. I hope I get there, because like I said, I like Ashley, but I'm still where I was stuck for the last 2 episodes. I don't see what Clifton did. He leaned in, yes, but he didn't lean in an aggressive manner, in my opinion. It's still with me. Are we going to see some footage where he leaned in and raised the fist, or leaned in and tried to headbutt you? Is that what you thought he was about to do when you said back the fuck up? Talk to me, girl. So downstairs in a simultaneous scene, we have old girl, Sherelle. Shout out to Brox. I think Brox calls her Sherelle. But because we don't see her, nothing know what her name is along with her wig. That wig has its own zip code, okay? That's how big it is. But that's neither here nor there. Down here, and they cooking breakfast, and baby, that bacon looks so good to me. Honey. So the other couples are up there. Something smells good. Now, mind you, I don't think Arena ate none of that. I think she just eat fruits and a little piece of apple and a little piece of grape. Cut it in half. I'm joking. Just jokes, people. Don't come for me. Just jokes. So Sherelle also mentions that she feels a certain type of way because she doesn't feel that Joyce should be allowed to go around talking about her issues with Black, but never really quite explaining what her issues actually are, other than saying he's a bad businessman and he laid up with Sherelle while they were in the band. I don't know. Joy is giving me confusion. Okay, so we're at breakfast now, and the couples are just having a casual conversation. Remember, it's supposed to be Valentine's Day, and this is Valentine's Day 2022. I can't make this shit up. Ugh, getting on my nerves. But anyways, Valentine's Day, and Yusha is romancing the hell out of Winter. He reads her a letter or a poem, and don't ask me what the words were. I don't know. I love you. I miss you. You came into my life at the right time. It's ice outside, so we need to get on the slope. Hell, I don't know. I'm not gonna go through all that. But anyway, he bought us some shades, y'all. Mm-hmm. Nice shades. And she starts to cry. It was sweet. It was a sweet moment. That's why I was like, Yusha. Oh. And then we know that Yusha is out of the picture. So, this is all very weird to look at. It was kind of weird. See, the difference with, I'm gonna say this is about the breakup that comes to mind more recently for me. It's different with Ralph and Drew because we knew they were going through a breakup, but it was in real time on the show. It was, like how it was supposed to be when the show is filmed. It was months later. It wasn't like, we're going through this whole thing and we love and dub it right now, and then by watching the show from the audience that they're no longer together. Well, we didn't know exactly because first of all, Bravo knows how to keep things close to the vest. And while Drew was filming The Past, shout out to myself on The Past, my first movie review. Go check that out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I put out a video. Now, back to the show. It is weird because we knew why they were breaking up, right? We don't know what you should did to Winter. And like I said, even though it was filmed earlier in the year, we knew it was still real time. We knew that it was happening to Drew because Drew was being accused of sleeping with women and allegedly, and Ralph was being accused of sleeping with his cousin Courtney allegedly. Well, that's the audience was saying. So, and then we knew that they weren't blood relatives. So it made it really weird to see them on TV. But again, it was still real-time information. So the Petties are once again living up to their name. And instead of calling the group to let the group know that we are being standoffish. Yeah. Standoffish is a word. I got it from my mom. I got it from my mama. I look fly. I look good. I can't touch my swag. Wish you could. Yeah, I got it from my mama. So she's being standoffish, and the Petties, like I said, are living up to their name and ain't grown enough to call the other grown people over there and tell them that they're not going skiing. The fuck? So Ashley's like, maybe this should have been a trip they should have sat out because they're not participating in the activities. They're living up to their names. I mean, what's the deal? Why are they here? Now, I can get with you on that one, Ash. So, Sharella brings up the Wizards game. Now, right here, my understanding is from Ashley. She actually had asked everyone to leave. And so, Jamie really kind of backed that up after, the little disagreement, and saying that she told, and he felt some kind of way because, they're supposed to be friends. So, everybody gets the fuck out. And so, this is where Sharella is getting her information from. She's seeing what's happening and what happened at the Wizards game through somebody else's eyes. But, that's reality TV. So here we go. So, Araina's saying, at least you can be cordial or whatever. And then Ashley admitted, I can be a mean girl. Sure you can. Regina George Jr. We know that. So you don't have to keep reminding us. We have seen you for 2 seasons act the way you act. It's not pretty on TV, sis. And Jamie, he's telling Ashley basically to grow up, and it's time for her to start owning up to her part in the situation between she and Cliff. I can see that. Come on now, we got to be fair here. Ashley has not taken any part in that, but I think Ashley's point is, let me play the balance game. I think her point is they shouldn't have come. They weren't invited. So I'm saying. So the conversation shifts, right? So Sherelle says, well, the petties are still being petty, and it's not fair that she can talk about my husband, and when my husband responds, it's an issue. And then talking about Joy. And Raina's like, oh, here we go, round and round we go, round and round we go. Basically, rolling her eyes and saying. But to not take into consideration what she is saying is making it seem like you are taking sides, which is what Ashley is telling you you're doing all the time. So the best way to not do that is not to side. But here we go. So we go down to the ski lodge and everybody's skiing, and yes, everybody shows up. Here comes the petties coming from the red roof inn, the Comfort Inn, and saying that oh well, they want to have a conversation now. Sit down at the table, and everything shifts again. Every time they come into the room, everything shifts, just like it was on Red Blunder. Oh baby, that pajama night, I cannot let it go. That pajama night when they dressed like in the pajamas, I almost threw up. Because remember, Cliff still had interest in one of them being the blue-eyed demon, Karma. So I discovered something on this episode that I have conveniently never mentioned. And it's that Arena is sneaky, sly, and knows how to fly under the radar, but she is carrying bombs. Think about that thing now. We said we was going to be peaceful on the bus. Then she brings up something that has nothing to do with any of the subjects. They talking about eating booty like groceries. And she brings up, I think, why couldn't Ashley get along with the petties? Right? And then it was another incident that I cannot think of right off the top of my head. But it was back when Monique was still on the show, and she was carrying bones then. But I was like, no, I could, because I just looked at Arena as like this downtrodden wife. But she got a little spice to her, I see, this season. So Arena tells them that these other couples want apologies. And I don't see it. I don't see it for them. I'm not apologizing for anything. This is Joy talking. Like, she's just too good to make an apology for this damn show to stay on the air. Because, baby, it's looking real bleak these here days. Because the cast is coming across unlikable. You have to like somebody. Yeah, you need a villain. I agree. But you have to like somebody, because you remember Winter was everybody's scapegoat last season. I can't say last year. 2 years ago. So everybody is trying to figure out still what's going on between Black and Joy. Because this is a personal vendetta between the two of them that nobody understands what it is really. Not even Black. I don't even think Joy remembers anymore. But anyway, here we go. So they all go skiing. It's cute. And Raina falls. And daring Winter and daring Black, they decide to go up the top of the hill, right? So when they up at the top of the hill, Sherelle is very, very worried and concerned about her husband. She can't even, carry on the same because she's worried about him being at the top of the hill. And as she should be. But we're going to find out that it's really Winter who got hurt and stuff him. And child, When I tell you that I was so tickled when they wrapped up Winter in those boxes. Sherelle is still talking about how she's confused about nothing other than it can't be anything other than she thinks that Joy thinks that she's a side chick. And she's not. So when they run outside thinking it's Black because of Black, he goes up the hill. Allegedly, Winter supposed to knew how to ski. So we weren't thinking that it was Winter, right? The thing done almost cracked the knee open and all that good stuff. But we go back to the lodge. She's still in her box. And we have a surprise visitor. Surprise visitor, no other than Tara. Right. So here's my thing with Tara. Tara starts in on Joy immediately. She goes back into her history. She talks about how she was raised, and we all know how she was raised, right? By their father, who taught her how to be a submissive boy girl, right? Because that's what she is. She got all that lip, but she's a submissive boy girl. Not a girl's girl at all. Sometimes you have to side with the women. But here we go. So Black is confused. He's like, what? So this is supposed to be her session, right? Now, why is she still cool? She's so mad at Tara because Tara getting down to the meat of stuff. But at the same time, she's not realizing there's only one couple in there who could have invited Tara. One couple who had to be taught how to do fleshio. One couple who had to taught how to tongue kiss. One couple. And that is Jamie and Lorena, her couple de jour. But she wasn't thinking about that. She just, I feel like I'm being ganged up on. I'm feeling like this is a session for Joy and Joy only. But who could have gave the bone carrying information other than Lorena? Because Ashley don't care. Sherelle don't care. Winter didn't invite her. She was a surprise. So Terry digs a little deeper, right? And she's like, I feel like you're a little judgy. And she's like, she's so insulted, right? She is a combination of judgy with a sprinkle and a sprig of nasty and an extra sprinkle and sprig with cinnamon on top of just plain closed off to the freaking conversation. Nobody in that room needs to hear what Tora was saying at the moment more than her. But she's like, well, I don't feel like I should be telling my business in front of people, basically people that don't like her like that. But this is a group scene in a group setting. Again, think about the source. Think about what Tara's getting her information from. That's all I'm saying. So I'm saying things begin to get even more heated. Why? Ashley and Joy go into a all and out disagreement. Voices are getting raised. Black is talking to Joy, and Cliff really is just sitting there. He really, if it was a moment that he should have spoke up, because I'm telling you, DJ Kit Kat, he would have spoke up. Bite-sized Kit Kat. So DJ Kit Kat, he would have spoke up. So this the time you need to say something. Like, hold up, Black. I understand what you're saying and whatnot, but because things are escalating. But mind you, in confessional, we have the friend to the Petties over there saying, well, she is a little closed off. I mean, why is she so closed off to the process? She feel like she was caught off guard. And here we go. Here we go with the bullshit. Right? Ashley calls Cliff a little boy. Just because he was looking. Not saying anything now. But mind you, he's always the aggressor. So, it does, and I hate pile-ups. But in this moment, with Joy, I understand a little bit of why Black and Sharella are coming in hot, because she's been accused of being a side chick, and she said, we never screwed, we never, until they were broken up. I am not the side piece type. Now, here's where I'm going to have to check Black for a minute, because I like Black. I like Duncans, period. But Black, was you creepy? But for Joy to be still holding a grudge for somebody else's mess, no. She's saying that whole disagreement that he had with the girlfriend or the breakup, it was so detrimental to the group that, he destroyed the group. But mind you, she's saying that they didn't hang out like that. So, which is it? The coup de grace is that Black said that they were getting along at some point. And she kind of snaps at Terry, and Terry's like taken aback, and because she calls her out again and says, you're not being a team player at this point, because basically that's what she was saying. And Joy just puts on her little black leather coat and dips on out the door, and the episode ends right there. This is gonna be my episode recap of Love and Marriage DC, season 3. Child, I believe episode 6. But come on in. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell button so you can be notified when I upload a video. And as I do when I close, I'm going to check them up. Deuces.